I want to get a Korean girl, put her on a leash, and say, listen, I got my own comfort woman. Oh, I got a physical statue no more.
Yes. Put her on a leash, yes.
I think that's the best idea we came up with. Put the Korean girl on the leash and say, this is my comfort woman. What do you think about the KKK outfit at the court?
Ramsey's life is literally like playing an RPG and purposely selecting all the bad dialogue options for the evil ending. Every time I feel down, I watch Johnny Somali. Makes me feel better about myself for not being a POS to society. Johnny has the right to remain silent. He just doesn't have the ability. So we have more terrible, terrible news for Johnny Somali, or I don't know, maybe this is what he wants. Checking out some footage from Legal Mindset. I'll put the link in the description below. We've been watching a lot of his content as of late. Before we dive into these clips, let's get something straight. Johnny Somali is facing the kind of charges that ends lives, not just careers. We're talking about serious accusations. We've been watching this talking about child SA, the kind of thing that carries up to 10 years in prison. Instead of laying low, this man is out here trying to wear a KKK outfit to court. He's threatening police, manipulating mental health for his defense, and he looks like he's going broke. So this is not just recklessness. This is a full-blown self-sabotage mission. He's doing everything possible to make sure he never sees freedom again. This is just ridiculous, crazy downfall, but let's get into it right now.
So I want to point out here that a lot of foreign media is bringing attention to the most heinous of Johnny's charges. For example, the child harassment charges. And by the way, it's not just child harassment. It is child S harassment. I'll just say S because I don't want to get in trouble. But it is not a minor crime. It is a serious crime that has up to 10 years in prison.
I've been to this police station 20 times. It's the first time they can put me in cuffs. I've been to this police station 20 different times.
But like they put you, where do they think you're gonna go? You're like why are you in cuffs? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I don't care. Oh man, I'm dead, bro. My fucking physical passport. I ain't bring the passport. I'm out. I'm literally running out of here butt naked and taking a piss. I'm taking a shit in their bathroom with no. And I'm not flushing. They brought some females in Texas. They're lucky I don't these bitches. I don't give a stupid is that they know my situation, but they literally told me, yeah, we know what's going on. So dumb. A nigga can't go jogging without a passport is ridiculous. Yeah, stupid ass Chinese ankle beard. Yeah, at least follow me get it. Know who I am. It's not like I'm some random Nigerian running around the park with my shirt off. Like, they know exactly who the I am.
So the dude said child SA harassment, right? This is a serious crime, obviously, that has 10 years in prison. So we got to let that marinate for a second. But it kind of shows the level of darkness we're dealing with here. Johnny Somali is facing some serious accusations involving kids. So again, this is not a prank. This is not a stunt. It is straight up predatory. And it looks like he's proud of the kind of content, the kind of stuff that he's doing. Johnny Somali believes that getting the headlines is the most important thing. He thinks it's going to make him legendary, but it doesn't. It doesn't make you legendary. It just makes you a walking cautionary tale.
I want to get a Korean girl, put her on a leash, and say, listen, I got my own comfort woman. Oh, I got a physical statue no more.
Yes. Walk on a leash. Walk on a leash, yes.
Tro, I think that's the best idea we came up with. Put the Korean girl on the leash and say, this is my comfort woman. That's my comfort. Amigo, what do you think about the putting a Korean girl on the leash and saying this is my new comfort woman?
That might be good.
Hey, Koreans, I'm sorry, I'm not touching your statue anymore. I got my own comfort woman, and she's on a leash. What about like a dog mask or like a furry?
You know, as you're doing the comfort woman thing, you need to dress up like a Japanese World War II soldier or something.
Oh my God, that'll go viral.
There's this delusion that the courtroom is just another stream. That if you say something outrageous enough, the tips will come in, the donos may come in, more clout. But the reality check is you're not going to trend in a jail cell. You're just going to disappear. You're not going to have Kick or Party.com emotes in solitary. You're going to get a jumpsuit. And you're going to have a certain time that you have to go to bed. Sometimes you have to get up. Sometimes you're going to have to eat. There's no remorse. There's no learning. There is no my bad. He only does that when he is pinned up against the wall. He doesn't really believe it. It's just an endless chase for attention, even if that means stepping on the most vulnerable people alive. And let's be real, if the courts don't take this seriously and he walks free, what do you think he's going to do next? He's going to go somewhere else and do something similar. So I hope this case sets the tone. No more second chances, no more platforms platforming predators, because when you cross that line, you don't get to come back and say, oops.
Listen in to this video here.
What do you think about the KKK outfit at the court? Is that too crazy? The
Yeah,
one, the same one,
bro.
the same one kind of had.
Bro, I know it's a wonderful idea, but you won't even have a platform. You'll just get automatic banned.
No.
I don't know how that is a wonderful idea. See, when you're surrounding yourself with other dummies, with other dumbasses, this is the kind of feedback you get. Instead of the real feedback from a real friend that cares about you would say, Johnny, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Do you care about your freedom? This is not a game anymore. Can you stop pretending like this is a stream that you're able to just do whatever the hell you want? No, that's the dumbest thing. And in fact, if you do this, I won't ever be around you because you're self-destructive and you're toxic and you're stupid. That's what a real friend would say. But Johnny Somali is not surrounding himself with people who have brains, to be honest.
So now I'm gonna get my Instagram deleted again. You're saying
It's a wonderful idea. I'm not gonna lie. But do that and have a platform.
I really want to do the KKK, but
I know it's a good idea, but like, you know, why isn't there anybody else doing the stunt? Because
you're right. There's no one else. No one else in the world is doing that. You're right. I haven't seen anybody but Kanye do that.
Like,
so what could I do at the court? I'm gonna have reporters talking to me at the court, like in 2 days. Like the Korean news is coming. The last time I flipped them off and I said I love North Korea.
So as you can see, everything is a stunt. Everything is a way for him to do something to get attention. No, you're not Kanye West. I mean, at this point, I can't even defend some of the stuff he's saying. The guy is gone. Hopefully he gets his mental health in check. But you're not Kanye West. You don't have the musical talent. The fact that we allow Kanye to say these ridiculous things because how talented he is. But this guy talking about wearing a KKK outfit, let me get this straight. You're already facing charges that can land you in prison for a decade, and your big idea, dressing up like America's domestic terrorists. Johnny Somali really woke up and said, you know what? Let me just completely lose my mind. Let's speed run the downfall. He thinks it's a really good idea. Is there anyone else doing that stunt? Like, no, you're not breaking new ground. You're not edgy. You're not clever. You're just want to cosplay hate crimes in court. That's just being a complete dumbass. And let's not ignore the fact that he knows that this is probably going to get a lot of his platforms deleted again. Like, he's aware enough to know that there's going to be consequences online, but not in real life, where this will likely be contempt of court. The KKK has a lot of symbolism attached to it, especially the outfit. The hood isn't just a piece of cloth. It is a threat, a walking threat. It's violence. It's fear and trauma wrapped in bed sheets. And you want to put it on because you want to trend on X app? This isn't trending. This is spiraling out of control. I mean, but that's Johnny Somali. He's not even trying to fight the charges necessarily. He's just trying to go viral while everything around him burns. And what's he think this is going to do for him legally? Do you think the judge is going to laugh? Do you think the prosecutor is going to say, wow, this guy is entertaining beast? No, they're going to probably throw the book at him and break his kneecaps with it metaphorically. But here we go. So after months of trolling, yelling, racial slurs, dodging prison like it's a video game, now Johnny is going to try this defense. He's going to finally pull the mental health card. The I'm bipolar arc is officially dropped. Now this dude is hoping a diagnosis is going to be his get out of jail free card.
What we're going to do is we talk to, because I have 2 lawyers. I have a public defender and I have a paid lawyer that's helping us with other cases. The public defender said it's a good idea and that me and Hank are going to go to a psychiatrist pretty soon and bring the paperwork. We're going to go to a psychiatrist here in Korea and bring them the paperwork of that. And hopefully he said it can help my case because I am diagnosed as bipolar too.
So now he realizes, hey, you know what? I got to figure out a way to get out of this, right? All this time it was Mr. I don't care, right? He's screaming at grandmas. He's taunting cops. He's flexing like he's untouchable. But now he's like, I'm sick. I don't think that's going to work. Because mental health is real, but what Johnny is doing here, this ain't help. This is a Hail Mary. He's not trying to get better. He's trying to dodge consequences. He hoped that the court sees his diagnosis and gives him a sympathy pass. Like, oh, poor Johnny. He didn't mean to be racist and disruptive and violent. He just a little moody. He just got some issues. No, you don't get to weaponize mental health after you've been terrorizing people for live streams for months. You don't get to yell hate speech and commit crimes and then go, my bad, I got a note from my doctor. That's not how life works or how the law works. Let's not pretend that this came from a place of reflection or growth. He didn't walk into therapy like, I want to change. He walked into this like, hey, how can I get out of jail? That's the difference. That's what makes this performative trash and not a real mental health moment. And then you got to shout out to his boy Hank. He co-signs a lot of this nonsense. He co-signs this circus.
Hooker Hill, I know where that's at. That's in Itaewon. I tried to go there with Hank one time to Hooker Hill, and there was not really shit going on there. I tried to go there.
They got prostitutes over there.
They do, because my Korean friend Hank be fucking prostitutes out here, so they got it. They got them.
Hank is over there cosplaying as some kind of lawyer slash nutritionist slash emotional support animal, trying to keep Johnny from fully collapsing, but not even Hank can save this man from himself. Mental illness is not a shield for madness.
But he brings up a lot of procedural issues with this. And here's a big one, right? Beyond the fact it's too late, you normally have to go get a court-ordered psychiatric assessment. So you need to go get an actual assessment in mental competency. We're gonna talk about what that means in insanity pleas. If a foreigner raised the defense, they would order an evaluation by a psychiatrist affiliated with a government institution such as the National Forensic Service, NFS. He would need to go to a court-appointed psychiatrist, not get his random foreign doctor's note.
And also another thing here, Johnny Somali is going broke along with his friend here. So let's say he gets no jail time. And if he doesn't, Johnny's have to go and work at the garbage fields. He's gonna have to work to pay off any fine that he can't pay. And he's not gonna be able to leave until he pays those fines. So you see that Johnny is not just spiraling emotionally, he's financially cooked. If this hype man, Hank, doesn't front the cash, this dude is gonna be heading to the garbage fields.
How else are you going to pay for stuff? And once again, I don't think these people, they're very young. They don't have decades of savings. They don't have, people they can borrow money from. They don't have family that's like bailing them out. Most of them are not independently rich. So yeah, no, I absolutely believe he's starving. Like 100%. Johnny is out of money now and I'm supporting him. There is no choice. He will starve if I don't. He will starve if Hank doesn't feed him.
Yes, like literally physical labor. What happened? He was online, losing his mind, like he had sponsors, like he had investors, like he was out there playing with a lot of kick money and crypto. But here's the truth, Johnny is broke. Like ramen noodles 3 times a day broke. Not even the cheap spicy kind, that regular plain pack with no flavor. And now Hank is expected to bankroll thousands of dollars in fines? I don't think so. It's probably not gonna work. And he cannot leave until he pays those fines. That's not a metaphor, that's real. This ain't content, this is consequences. No money, then grab a jumpsuit and a shovel. That's the Korean justice saying that you play dumb games, you're gonna get minimum wage labor. We have gone from look at me, I'm viral to please, sir, can I have some ramen? Hank makes it plain, Johnny can't eat without help. Like actually physically can't feed himself without someone else stepping in. So the dude is starving now. So let me get this straight. Johnny went from live streaming chaos to literally being hungry all the time. This guy turned his whole legal saga into a survival show. So what is this, Survivor Korea? But more like his version, broke and banned Johnny Somali edition. You can even see what Hank is saying with his whole chest. There is no choice. He will starve if I don't. He will starve if Hank doesn't feed him. Now, it may not be dramatic. That may be the truth. This guy burnt every bridge chasing clout, getting banned from platforms, arrested multiple times, dropping lots of racial slurs like his confetti, and now the man can't even afford food, but still wants to dress in a KKK outfit for court. How do you go from losing your mind on these live streams, being a complete menace, to now rationing noodles? The irony here, Johnny always wanted attention. He wanted the world to look at him, but now we're watching, and it's not because he's viral, it's because he's desperate, because this entire downfall is happening live. There is no edits, no jump cuts, no sponsors, no smash that like button. It's just raw reality. This is rock bottom in real time. Now, Johnny thinks by showing up with a doctor's note from Dr. Trust Me Bro is going to cancel the legal smoke he's facing, but the Korean court system is not built like that. If you want to plead insanity, cool, but you're gonna test that for real. So Johnny is gonna stroll into court with some handwritten letter like, Your Honor, I'm crazy. Signed, my buddy, the doctor. And unfortunately, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Legal Mindset says this perfectly. He would need to go to a court-appointed psychiatrist, not get his random foreign doctor note. So your mental health defense is trash. You can't roll into a Korean courtroom with a note you printed at a PC bang and expect to be treated like you're mentally unfit to stand for trial. This isn't Kick. This isn't Party.com. This is not YouTube. This is an international criminal court procedure. And Johnny's out here thinking that his life is just this content art. He's going to troll, get caught, say you're mentally ill, and say you're sorry, and then profit. No, Unfortunately, the last step is not profit, it's prison. Because in Korea, if you want to plead insanity or claim diminished capacity, you're going to go through the National Forensic Service or a coordinated mental facility. Real doctors, government certified, not some back alley doctor who hands out notes like fortune cookies. This shows how unprepared and honestly how delusional Johnny Somali is. He thinks he's going to game the system. But the system, they're 5 moves ahead. They've seen this before. They've dealt with real criminals, real mental health cases, and people who actually need help. And Johnny isn't fooling anybody. So here's a real takeaway. Johnny Somali thought he could live stream his way through life, but real world problems don't pause for contact. No matter how many antics, no matter how many fake outs or cries for attention, reality always catches up. And for now, it's got him by the wallet and the appetite and the court docket. Streamer, let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.